What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest gaming podcast on the internet, the One Up Gamescast. I am one of your hosts, Carl Sinclair, joined as always by my brother from another mother, the man with the plan, Master Cheeks in the streets, Master Cheeks in the sheets, Jack Gibb. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty well, mate. I'm pretty planless, but I am here. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm doing okay. I'm happy that my week of big shifts is over, and I've just got little shifts over the weekend. It's good, which means I have time for more playing of the video games and all that fun stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right.
Played enough Borderlands this week?
No, not really. I mean, I've powered through a lot of it, to be honest. I've just got to hit level 50. And then the base game trophies are done and I get my platinum and then I can move on to Borderlands 2. But then there's the DLC trophies. And one of the DLC trophies is to hit level 61. And it's like I could probably do it. I could do like a New Game Plus sort of run and just do the whole game again and power through some more levels. But I'm having fun with it. And I think that's the main thing. I'm more excited to get into 2 though. I'm very excited to do that. So when we...
definitely better.
Yeah, when we get through our playthrough... I'll be very excited to jump into 2. I'm already thinking about like who I'm gonna like play in our playthrough and everything, and I'm trying to get all that together because I have a feeling you're gonna be 0. I don't know why. I've just got this feeling, and like traditionally I play Axton, who's a soldier. Like I normally play the soldier in these games. And I've only ever not played the quote-unquote soldier one time, and that was in Borderlands 3, where I played Zane. Zane was my Vault Hunter who I picked, who isn't really the soldier. He's kind of more like the assassin, sort of like Zero. So yeah, and I was looking at the characters for Borderlands 4 today, and I'm just like, 3 of them really interests me. One of them I will be the last one I play. I've already decided who will be the last one I play, so that's good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm keen to jump into 2 because I feel like a lot of time will be wasted in 2 and 3. Honestly, a lot of time will be wasted in 3. But yeah, Borderlands is good. It's lots of fun. It's nice. But then there's also Borderlands 4 September 4th, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or 3rd, September 3rd or something like that. It's in September. So, not long until we're playing 4. And then 4 is definitely going to eat up a lot of time, I feel. I'm excited for that. Very excited for that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's going to be good.
When does Ghosts of Yōtei come out?
October 2nd, I believe, is the date for...
Really fill it in, isn't it?
Yeah. October's... I was filling in my calendar the other day. October is a problem. Like, it is a problem. There's lots of very big, good games coming out in October. I'm scared. But I am excited for Ghost of Yōtei.
You'll lose a bit of time there.
Honestly. Well, one of the games coming out right before PAX is like a Switch 2 game. Or a game that's coming on Switch 2. And I'm like, well, I could just bring my Switch 2 with me to PAX and then power through this game, you know? That'll be great. But yeah, lots of stuff coming out. And that was the thing the Ghost of Yōtei deep dive state of play happened today, and I got to the end of that, and I'm like, damn, now I got to play through Ghost of Tsushima again. So I'm like, do I just put the Dishonored, like I have to play through Dishonored 2, because I just did a review for Dishonored 1 over on One Up Kyle, and I'm like, I wanted to do 2, and then eventually the quote-unquote 3rd. But I'm like, maybe I'll put that on the back burner, because I'm working on Borderlands, and I want to get at least... Borderlands 1, 2, and 3 videos done before Borderlands 4 comes out. So that's what I'm working on currently. But now I also really want to get a Ghost of Tsushima review out before Yōtei drops. So that way when 4 and Yōtei drop, we can have reviews up on 1UP Games and on 1UP Kyle. So lots of work. Lots of gaming. Lots of writing. Lots to do.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
And not to mention the website that we have, daily updates. You do good.
There's so much going on. There's so much, like all the time. I feel there's so much going on. Yeah, go to the website, everybody. We update that every day. Go show some love to the website. We got some Ghost of Yōtei stuff up right now. which we're going to go through. We're going to talk about the Ghost of Yōtei state of play, which was very good. I'll just come out and say that straight out of the gate. If you're a fan of Ghost of Tsushima, it's very good. It's see, I don't want to say it's more of the same, but it is.
It seems elevated because I just watched a few minutes on. I don't know, like what a few minutes I watched, but just a few random minutes just then, while you were doing that thumbnail, and it just looks like they've. I don't know what the right word I'm looking for is, but it's like it's attention to detail, but it's like the depth of the game, the world. It just looks like they've I don't know, like just like their passion is on the page. You know what I mean? Like it's just. It looks like I watched that few minutes, and it's like talking about exploration, and I'm just like, look, I don't know how big the world is that they've crafted, but like I look at that and I'm just like, don't know what else they could do. You know, this
that's fair. Yeah,
a full like top tier PlayStation game. I guess where I'm heading with that. Like this is innovative. Yeah. It's all the things that PlayStation hasn't released this generation. Like this game, I think is going to tick the boxes for a lot of people that haven't had.
I hope so. It looks great. It looks really, really good. I'm really keen to jump in and play it. Because going beforehand, it was like it's been quite controversial. A lot of people saying it's a very woke game and all that sort of stuff. You know what people are like on the internet these days. It causes a whole bunch of problems, and I thought those problems probably could have impacted the game. But just looking at the game for what it is, it's like we're kind of living in a golden age of like feudal Japan video games. You know what I mean? With Tsushima, Yōtei, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Phantom Blade Zero. You know. Neo 3, which I played the other week. Like it really is like if you are a big Japanese historical, you know, feudal samurai fan, ninja fan, shinobi fan, like you are eating really well. Like there is no short of like great games for you to play, and this just looks to be another one. It looks really good. It looks really, really good. Should we dive in and talk about some of the changes they've made and some of the interesting things they've done with the game?
Let's do it.
Cool. So they kind of come out of the gate with a very interesting new system, you could say. So effectively what it is they opened up this thing talking a lot about story and about how important Atsu's story is. Atsu is the main protagonist of the game, and about how she's hunting down a group of enemies called the Yōtei, I believe, the Yōtei 6. And they are responsible for killing your entire family, and then you legitimately leave, and I think you're gone for 16 years, I think they say 16 years she's gone, and now she's returned home after that 16 years in order to get revenge and take out the people responsible for the murder of her family. So I would assume this is where the game starts, with like you arriving back to your home. And what's very interesting is with the press of a button, it allows you to delve into Atsu's past. So you could be walking up to the front of your house and it's a ruin and, you know, smoking and all that sort of stuff. With the press of a button, you will then be transported back 16 years and you can walk through the world as it was 16 years ago to see what the house was like what your family was doing and all that sort of stuff. Which should help. I think it's going to give people like a deeper sort of understanding of her, as opposed to just showing you in a cutscene, allowing you to walk through these sort of memories, allowing you to interact with your brother, allowing you to interact with your mother and father. They do a really good job during this state of play showing interactions in the cutscenes between they're a very tight-knit group. They clearly loved each other. They were very much like a family unit. So I think it's going to help a lot more for players just to get a deeper insight into the pain that Atsu went through in losing her family, because they're going to build up this family as something that's very important to you, as opposed to them just being the MacGuffin that disappears and sets her on her journey and her path. I think that's really cool, giving you the opportunity to play through those memories as opposed to being told about them. I like that a lot.
So it's 16 years, like she's been training, like that's...
Yeah, she's been gone for 16 years. She's sort of like honed her craft. She's figured out who these people are. Like, she is well aware of who these 6 people are. There is no mystery to them. Like, she knows who these men are, that they are responsible. She has a sash with each of their names on it. And one of my favorite things, and it was one of my favorite things I seen when the game was like revealed, was she has this sash, and after killing one of them, she cleans her katana. She cleans the blood of her katana by wiping their name away off the sash. So every name is wiped away with the blood of that person, which is really cool. And it makes me very excited for that. I think it's going to be really, really cool. Yeah. So I'm keen. It looks really good. They showed off some cutscenes and stuff, but we'll get into that. They introduced a new sort of like an exploration system, and like traversal tools. So it allows you to, like, it caters to different kinds of play styles for people. So, for example, let's say you want to find something. In the world they've got these things called altars of reflection, which allow Atsu to unlock abilities. You can just stumble across these in the world, or you can go to a cartographer and you can buy a map, but it doesn't just mark it on your map. What it does is you literally buy a piece of paper. You then need to orient that piece of paper on the world map to make it match up to exactly what piece of paper you've bought. As opposed to just marking it on your map, you still have to find it. It doesn't just hand you the location. So you open up a little piece of paper and it might have, in the video they showed, it was like a sort of like a Y road, like single down and then branches off into 2 paths, and the altar's in the center. So you have to like orientate this page and try to make it match up with some sort of path that you may have already walked or haven't discovered yet inside of your actual world map. And then in doing that, it will reveal the altar to you, and then you can go there. As opposed to, you could literally just walk around and run into one. You're able to see them because you'll see birds. So there's these yellow birds that fly above these altars, and then if you're paying attention to the birds, you can like find them that way when they're covered with butterflies. And it's very much like the first one. They're just trying to keep you in the world as much as possible. They're trying to get rid of the HUD as much as possible. You know what I mean? They really want you to pay attention to what's going on. It was like the wind. The wind from the first game was like, they didn't just chuck a marker on the ground for you to follow. You would follow the wind. It feels very much like they're still trying to keep that sort of design sense going into the sequel, which is very cool. You also have a spyglass that allows you to like see things in the distance. They talked a lot about not so much like giving you things to do. It's like wanting you to find these things. So if you were to fight a disgruntled samurai and you were to kill him, you had him on the ground and you're about to kill him, but you wanted to interrogate him first. You could ask him a question about different mission paths, and in doing that, you get a card, and that card is a clue on your mission path. So you accumulate all these clues in order to find your targets, in order to find your bounties, in order to complete these side quests, these main quests. It's not very much like you're wiping things off a checklist. Like asking this guy something will give you something very specific to that path that somebody else probably didn't know, or you will run into someone that knows something completely different to this guy, but both of these things come together to get you to where you need to go. It was very interesting, this card system that they were introducing, which I thought was like very cool. You open up your journal and you go through there and you basically try to bring all these clues together in order to solve the puzzle, in order to solve the mission, which is very, very interesting. They also have what they call the wolf pack. So as opposed to other games where, say you wanted to buy a new weapon and you're not sure your vendor's even going to have any new weapons, so then you get on your horse and you ride all the way over there. Oh, she's got nothing. You get on your horse and you ride all the way back to the other mission. They have a wolf pack menu, which will let you know when A, you've got new vendors, or somebody has a new quest for you, or somebody has new gear for you to acquire. It allows you to just open that up, and if you wanted to buy the gear there, you can. If you want to go and talk to the character, you can. It's just, they've really tried to streamline making it very clear to you when things are available, when you can upgrade stuff, when somebody needs to talk to you, and it looked really, really cool. Then there was the combat. They did a real big deep dive on the combat. You're allowed to like wield a whole bunch of weapons like katanas, adachi, spears, dual swords. They were, really like cool weapons, and they've got the rock paper scissors sort of feeling to them, whereas like in Assassin's Creed Shadows it's like all about what's the higher level. In this it's like if your enemy's using a spear, you should be using dual swords because they are way better at dealing with spears than an odachi. You know what I mean? But if like your enemy's using an odachi, you should probably be using a spear or something like that because like you don't want to get close to somebody using a big F-off sword. Like you want to be away, you want to be swiping. It was really cool. It's like a rock, paper, scissors as opposed to I have a higher level piece of gear than this guy has. So it's really promoting you using different weapons as opposed to sticking with the one. I'm sure you can, stick with the one sword. Like if you get really good with a katana or you get really good with dual swords, like you could probably take on everybody. But that's going to take lots of time and skill, which if you're able to accumulate that, go for it. That's awesome. But I like that they're introducing this rock, paper, scissors thing in order to allow you to try out the different weapons and maybe, just mix up gameplay so it doesn't feel so stale after like what I assume is going to be like 80 hours. This world looks huge and there's going to be so much to do. It's just cool for them to sort of, try to mix up gameplay as much as they can. And what's really interesting is like all the weapons have their own sets of upgrades as well. So like the way I use dual swords could be super different to the way somebody else uses dual swords. Like they may have upgraded their weapons very differently to how I did. So it also promotes that sort of replayability with what if I want to respec this weapon? Can I make it do something different? Can I make it faster? Can I make it stronger? Can I be quicker with it? Like I think that's really cool as well. It's a new level of customization, which I think is really, really cool. One of the ways they showed that was there was a gameplay segment where Atsu took down an enemy camp and basically showed off that like you can take out an enemy camp without being seen at all. But what I liked was they showed her taking out everybody around her really, really quick. And then she was left with the one guy. And in fighting that one guy, so you disarmed him. It was katana to katana. He was disarmed. And when he was disarmed, he himself swapped to a different weapon. So he pulled out a spear, which then knocked you back. So in realizing that, it's all swapped up, like Atsu then swaps to dual swords as opposed to wielding just the katana. She pulls out another sword. Now she has a katana and an additional blade, which made her that much quicker, which allowed her to basically take this guy out. And I thought that was super cool. But what's also really cool is, so if you're fast enough, you will disarm an enemy. You know what I mean? Like there's that moment of like, you're both there, you're both got that badass moment happening and you both draw and then you disarm him and then you can take him out. But in saying that, if you're not fast enough, the enemies can disarm you as well. So you can just lose your weapon in the middle of the battle. And then you're either going to have to swap to a different one, or if you haven't got another one equipped, you're like, crap, like I'm hand to hand until I can get my weapon back. Or there's also range weapons. So they also showed off a long bow, a short bow, and like a powdered rifle, like the long rifle, and they light it. Yeah, basically a musket. And that was also really cool. Like just the fact that they're not I win buttons either. Like depending on like the armor that someone's wearing, it really appeared that like, all right, well this will do damage to him, but it won't kill him because, like this is not designed to penetrate armor. Whereas like something like the gun is, so that will penetrate the armor, making it easier for a sword fight. So it's like, boom, quick swap, pull out a sword, let's go wild. Really, really cool. They also dove into like in the way of that rock, paper, scissors stuff is like enemy size is also something as well. Like you're probably better off using dual swords with smaller, faster enemies, so you're just as quick. But when it comes to a big hulking enemy, you should pull out an odachi. Like an odachi is going to dispatch this guy just from pure brute and weight. But in saying that, if he's using a spear, it's just constant like back and forth rock, paper, scissors of what is the best thing for me to use in this moment. And it feels like all the combat as opposed to the first game, is trying to promote you to swap up your tactics as much as possible, which is very cool. I thought, yeah, it was pretty sick. And then in saying that, there's also so I don't know what you would call it. It's kind of reminded me of like Metal Gear, where it's like Snake works alone, except for when he's got his dog. Atsu, she works alone, except for when this random wolf joins her, and suddenly she has like, there was this really cool scene where two enemies were standing there, she was there with her hand on her sword, and like almost like in sync, like as she drew her blade and sliced one guy's throat, the wolf jumped and bit the other guy's throat out. Like it was like a dual takedown with this wolf, and looks like she can send him into battle and pull him out of battle. And yeah, that was also something that was not in the first game, so it'll be really interesting to see how that all sort of like comes together. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. Talking about like different ways to play, there's also the customization. You can change up armor, gear, weapons, all that fun stuff. Makes it easier for you to go full stealth, makes it easier for you to go full range, full combat, or a combination of everything. It allows you to bring your personality in with like different colors, different armor, like types, the way things look. I'm just super hopeful that we get to dress up as Jin from the first game. I'd love to wear that armor again. It was freaking sick. Yeah, it was really, really cool. Then we got to look at the different modes. So the Kurosawa mode is returning from the first game. Now, the Kurosawa mode is the black and white mode with the filigrane, the traditional Japanese voiceover, and they also increase the wind. So they make it, because in the classic Kurosawa films, it was always very windy in order to sort of like amplify the intensity of the moment. So the Kurosawa mode returns. They're also adding the Takashi Miike mode, which is just gritty. The camera is zoomed in on the combat, very much like the films that they're known for. Double the blood, double the screaming. Like it is very much like a very gritty, muddy, bloody, crazy moment. And then one that just blew my mind. Shinichiro Watanabe is getting a mode called Watanabe mode, which allows you to explore with lo-fi music playing in the background. Now, for those of you who don't know who Shinichiro Watanabe is, he is the man responsible for Samurai Champloo, which is known for an amazing samurai story, but incorporating hip-hop lo-fi beats into the combat and into the everyday sort of goings on of these samurai. It was really, really cool. Yeah, they come with like it's cool when it's not just a visual thing, when they come with like a curated soundtrack and like being able to adjust the pacing, adjust the world, making everything feel so different. Like it just like promotes replayability on a whole nother level when I can play Ghost of Yōtei normally, but if I play it in Kurosawa mode, it's going to feel like a completely different experience. And then if I play it in the Watanabe mode, it's just going to feel like something completely different again, which I really, really like. And they also have, for the first time, because they didn't do it in the first game, but you can play the entire game with Japanese voice acting that is also lip-synced perfectly, because it was lip-synced to English for the first game. But they've also gone to the effort of lip-syncing the entire game in Japanese as well, with English subtitles, which just feels so right. And in my mind,
I feel like that should have been done for the first
yeah, yeah, it's just like it feels so right. And again, we'll probably just change up the way the game entirely feels again when you play through it again. You know what I mean? Like people give different performances.
Perfectly encapsulates what I was trying to sort of get across, just based on the few minutes I saw. The first game comes across as a love letter to Japan from some fans in America. But this game looks like it could have been made in Japan.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, they've done amazing in my opinion. It looks really, really good.
That's cool.
And then finally, at the end, the bastards just doubled down. They showed me an amazing photo mode, which just like, you know, got my nipples all ready to go. But also they showed off that Sony, those bastards, are launching a Ghosts of Yōtei console bundle and accessories, but not just in the sexy white and gold, which invokes the mask, but also a sexy white and black version. Now, as far as we're aware, the white and gold version will be the only one available in Australia, which, you know, too bad, so sad if you want the black one, but I think the gold one looks better anyway, but I would have liked the option. It comes with the console. The bundle comes with the console, comes with one of these beautiful controllers, and also comes with a copy of Ghosts of Yōtei pre-installed and ready for you to just start playing on day one, which is very, very cool.
Oh, that's nice.
And these controllers are very nice as well. And you can get the controllers, and you can get the original PS5 and the PS5 Pro faceplates separate, so you don't have to buy a console. You can still get the faceplates and the controller separate. There's no confirmation where in Australia you'll be able to get them yet. When we know more, we'll let you guys know. But yeah, they look so pretty. They look so nice, like way nicer than they have any right to. They look beautiful. I was honestly not expecting anything like that for this game. Maybe a controller, you know what I mean? Like Last of Us got a controller, and
yeah, no,
that makes sense. But the plates,
yeah,
and the bundle, yeah.
To be fair, what else is the marketing team doing? Like, there's not much else coming out.
Honestly, yeah. It shocks me that Death Stranding didn't even get this. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. The last thing that got plates and a controller, but not a bundle, not a console bundle, was like Monster Hunter. And that was at the start of the year. And then they've done nothing but drop a few controllers for, like, we got the Helldivers controller, the Last of Us controller. But this is like, hey, you're not only getting one console bundle, you're getting a second console bundle. You're not getting just one controller, you're getting two controllers, and everything's going to be available separate. So if you just want to play it, if you just want the controller, if you only have an original PS5, you can get all of that stuff for this, which I think is nice. I think it'd be pretty shit if it was just like a PS5 Pro thing.
So they're doing plates for the original PS5 as well?
Yes. Yes. You can get plates for the PS5, you can get plates for the PS5 Pro, and you can get the controllers.
What about the PS5 Slim?
Don't care about them. No one bought a Slim. Everyone went straight for a Pro.
Man. That's so messy.
Yeah, it doesn't make
so
any
messy.
sense. Yeah. I believe that the PS5 Pro plates are compatible with the PS5 Slim. I think you're right. I think that's how that works. And then there's the
there's
original
like
PS5.
one part of it's not, but I think the kit comes with both or something.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it's good to see the original PS5 get some love, because the last thing that got plates didn't get original ones, if I remember correctly. And
Yeah.
Not that I gave a fuck, but it's just like, we invested in the big console, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, as far as I'm aware, the original is getting plates. That was what that's what was being said on Twitter. So if it turns out it's not, that's some bullshit. But it should.
It should, yeah. Yeah, definitely should. Oh, there you go. Thank you. That's exciting. It's good to see it getting the full treatment.
Yeah, it's nice. It looks great. It looks like a great game. It looks really, really good. I'm very keen to... Like, I'm at that point where it's like, I'm very keen to jump in. I don't need to see anymore. I've seen enough, you know? We've done it. We've done it, everybody. We did it.
I hope that it sells well, in the sense that, I mean, yeah, if it's a good game, it'll sell well. It's the usual way it goes. But like, just the way like Sony's been lately, it's like, if it doesn't sell well, what's Sucker Punch going to be working on? You know, like crack or are they off to make like I don't know, like Infamous Racing live service? I think PlayStation's on a. I think they have like, you know, obviously there's all the stories about the cancelled games and all that sort of stuff, but like, I highly doubt some of these studios have had their live service game cancelled and then been told to work on another live service. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of single players in developing it again.
I would hope so. But the problem is they're going to be so far away. That's the problem. It's going to feel like such a drought now because they've just cancelled all these live service things, and probably I think some of them will be live service still. Like, I don't think they've given up on that completely.
No. But I don't think they're all in with 12 at the same time, surely. You
would hope not.
If I was in charge, I'd be like, hey, we need a couple of studios to be working on like the Miles Moraleses of these games. I don't know who, but Need to get some games done quick, smart.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Well, who was it? I think it was Nintendo who was talking about like working on smaller like games, like getting games out in smaller amount of time. I think it was Nintendo that wanted to do that. They were talking about it the other week.
Yeah, so we don't really get as good an insight into how long Nintendo takes to make shit because, like, sort of some of their teams do so much.
Yeah, they gave us a little bit of insight into Donkey Kong the other day though when they came out and they said just so everybody knows, like Donkey Kong, it's the Breath of the Wild thing again. They're like Donkey Kong Bonanza was supposed to come out on Switch 1, and we let it cook a little bit longer.
It makes you wonder, like, if these games were designed for Switch 1, like even Mario Kart World, right? Like it was like they started for Switch 1, realized, nah, this is a Switch 2 game, made it for Switch 2. Great. But is the actual design of the game held back? Because that, like, there's a lot of sections in Mario Kart World where you're just like driving straight for a minute. That's a perfect time to load the next section, which a Switch 1 would need time to do. So, like, it sort of makes you wonder, like, you know, we might be a couple of years away from some real true Switch 2 sort of experiences, which is exciting. It means the console's got room to grow, I guess.
Yeah, true. Yeah, gives it its time, which is good.
Mate, there's an alternative out there. PlayStation. There was some other PlayStation news this week about what you can do to keep a game going, mate. The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh,
chronological.
Hey, go for it.
The remastered version of The Last of Us Part 2 has a new mode where you can experience the game in chronological order. That's really it. That's the whole story, basically. You know, it's like it'll play scene by scene, day by day, in the correct order. So, you know, Ellie does something, then we go play Abby's equivalent. Ellie does something, play Abby's equivalent. It's unclear to me how like the flashbacks will work and like the earlier parts of the game and the later parts of the game. But the 3-day part is all going to be chopped up in chronological order. And I think, I don't know, I'm very excited. I think it's hard for me to sit here and be like, that's the way it should have always been, because it obviously was the way it was, and you know the team had a vision. But I found it hard when playing as Abby to track where I was at in Ellie's story. So I'm very excited to get the chance to like be spoon fed that order.
Yeah.
There's some extra trophies, and if you do finish the chronological story mode, you will get a clothing and sort of skin that makes Joel look a bit Nathan Drake-like, and Tommy look a little bit like.
You have to finish to get that.
You have to finish it.
Oh, yuck, bro. Why would they do that? Why not just, like, add it to the game and let us freaking play with it? Oh, I don't like that. Okay.
So they want you to play the story in the correct order first. Yeah. And then you can play the chronological order. You can jump to chronological, but they want you to play the story as it was sold.
Yeah.
Like as in new players. And then you got the chronological order that you can enjoy. And then you get the skins. And then you can use them in the it's like a roguelite sort of mode they've got now where you can sort of just I don't know how it works, but there's a new mode. So you can just continuously keep experiencing this story in different orders. And I don't know, like eventually like the game's so taxing, you know what I mean? Like if I play the chronological mode, I'm not looking to jump back in. I'm done.
Yeah, honestly.
That's it.
So let me put the costume on Joel, giggle about it, and then go about my day.
I mean, he looks stupid. Like I can't handle it.
You don't like it?
Nah, there's a picture on the website if anyone's keen.
I think the fact that it looks so goofy would help me, because the game is so serious, and just seeing him walk around in a goofy little outfit would be great. I want it. So spoilers, everybody. So just stop listening for 10 seconds. I want to watch him with the golf club while wearing that outfit. That's all I want to see.
I'm pretty sure in the rogue mode or whatever, you can play as all these characters at any point in the story. Like, I don't know how that works, but
okay,
I think you can do all sorts of funky stuff as well. So that might be a bit of fun.
I'm gonna have to go back to this game eventually, because like I left it. Like I did my platinum collectible run. All I had left to do was the collectibles, and I was going for my platinum run, and then I got to Abby, and I was like, I just need a break. I just never went back.
Honestly, I've played the game once. Like, just once on the PS4 as well. Like, it's probably got a bit more to give on the PS5. I just can't. I'm still exhausted from that playthrough.
Yeah, fair
I don't know how
enough.
to describe it. Like, it's just the thought of going back and experiencing a lot of those like really intense moments. You know, and I'm at a different stage of my life now. Like, I'm not going to be able to sit down. Like, when I first played it, you know, I would play it in like 4-hour, 5-hour chunks. You know what I mean? Like, it was like I blasted through that in a week and a half or something. Like, it's going to take me months now. And it's like, is it going to feel the same half an hour at a time? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Just, and every time I think about replaying that game, I think about that like huge fucking walk like along like the skyscrapers and stuff, and like the bloater in the hospital, and it's like that stuff was just so exhausting. Dude, like I swear we spent 4 hours of the game going up a tower, going across, and then going down a tower.
Yeah, basically. And then there was the Rat King in the basement.
So I mean, but it's like, but I'm pretty sure we did one as Ellie and one as Abby. But in my mind, those things are like in the chronological order. So I'm like, maybe playing it in the chronological order will remove some of the tax. Like you'll just be able to experience sections as they come. I don't know, man. I
feel like it's gonna add this thing of like they're heading up the tower, swap to other character. They go across the tower, swap to other character. They come down the tower, swap to other character.
It might like chunk the game down a little bit, where you sort of like, you know, like a bit more piecemeal, a bit more. I don't know. It might just sort of take the load off a little bit. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad they added it. Whether I played it or not, I don't know. But
I'm glad you're excited,
mate. Got to make a live service game out of a single player game somehow. This is it.
I was literally thinking.
Gave up factions for this.
I was thinking like, what would like actually benefit from being a live service game? And I thought Borderlands would. Like a Borderlands Destiny type game would be great. But I just don't want them to do anything else with The Last of Us.
I think when you say stuff like that though, like you got to remember, like Borderlands in a Destiny style, that does sound good. Is Gearbox geared to do it? You know, like probably not. Like it's sort of that thing. Like I think PlayStation missed that part where it's like, you know, even The Last of Us. Like I'm not ready for The Last of Us Part 3, right? But the factions mode did, in my mind, it's like it takes like the taxing story that we had, it separates that, right? But it's like again, like Naughty Dog geared up to run a live service. Like I guess that's what the problem was in the end, right?
I think Gearbox could be, but Naughty Dog isn't. Naughty Dog, like they just need to stick to telling great stories. You know, we don't need a. I'm one of those people that's like, I enjoyed the multiplayer mode in The Last of Us, but I didn't need it. You know what I mean? Like I think about it, I'm like, I don't think we needed it. But, you know, people wanted to spend more time in that world, and that was the only way they could do it at the time. Now, they have like 15 remasters and remakes that they can jump back into.
Did The Last of Us remastered for the PS4, did that have multiplayer?
No, I believe that was... The only way to play that multiplayer is the PS3 version, I think.
See, that's the problem. The multiplayer on the PS3 was great, but it died the day the PS4 came out.
Yeah.
And it died again 6 months later when The Last of Us came out on PS4.
Yes.
Which is why I brought a PS4. Anyway, sad times.
For them.
What's that?
Nothing. I was just being... I was referencing a movie, and I was referencing The Dark Knight Rises for some reason. If anybody can tell me what that reference was, I'll be very impressed. Because after I said it, I'm like, no one's going to know what the fuck I was doing.
I have no idea. I have seen that movie.
I was doing that Bane bit where it's like they're in the plane and he's like, he goes, "You're a big guy," and then Bane goes, "For you." It's like, oh, what a shit line. But he says it with such confidence. You can't help but be like, scary guy. Scary guy. Oh, man. Ghost of Yōtei and The Last of Us. What a time to be gaming, bro. What a time to be gaming.
Big week for PlayStation.
Big week for PlayStation. Good for them. You know, good for them. See that other rumor that hit the internet before we end? About, which I kind of think is utter bullshit. But people are coming out with, like, evidence that shows it could be right. Just give me a second. I want to get it right, you know. I don't want to accidentally... flub it up. But effectively, it was Naughty Dog, according to a LinkedIn profile and them hiring people, are currently working on 3 games.
I did see that.
Yeah. According to the people, the games are Venom, which will drop next year. Wolverine is slated for the end of 2027. And Spider-Man 3 might release in 2029, but will probably be 2030 and will be the next one of the launch titles for the new console.
You said Naughty Dog, which is also rumored that they're working on an unannounced game.
I meant Insomniac.
Oh, well, there's also
my bad.
Naughty Dog talk that they're working on Intergalactic.
Yeah, they're working on that. Sort of had a bit of a leak the other day as well.
Oh, did it? And then the other 2 games they're working on are supposedly like something for Last of Us related, and then just something completely unknown.
Yeah, I'm more interested in
Insomniac working on 3 games. That kind of feels right, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't think I think they could be working on 3 games. I don't think Venom is one of them.
That's fair, but I think when it's 3 games, it's like 2 are in development and 1's like out the back being drafted.
Yeah, like Spider-Man 3 is out the back being drafted for sure.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's 3 that are like getting their art done and programming done.
Yeah.
That feels intense.
I think like Wolverine got delayed. I reckon it was supposed to be the game coming out next year, and it's been delayed to let it cook a little bit more because of the leaks and stuff and whatever they may have pulled forward. A new Ratchet and Clank that was probably supposed to come out after that, but I don't know why. Like, I can't see it being Venom. I can't see it. But
yeah, 6th launch title though for Spider-Man 3. Like,
yeah, that makes sense. I see that happening.
I feel like it'll miss launch, but like it does make sense.
Yeah. But yeah, there was an intergalactic leak. Someone who's played the game come out and basically dropped a whole bunch of information. It's like one of those 50-50 sort of things. Could be true, could be utter bullshit. So it's why it's not on the website. But apparently they claim that the game is very much The Last of Us 2 makes Dark Souls in terms of the open world and the sandbox. The combat is really good and satisfying and is very, very, very similar to God of War 2018, where you can string combos and change weapons on the fly. The main character talks with a dialogue wheel, but it is very sparse. She's alone for a lot of the game, and many encounters can be avoided, stealthed through, or even negotiated with. There are cutscenes and several characters you interact with, but you can still piece together a lot of info by finding items, journal entries, and exploring. The lighting engine is absolutely insane, with levels of color shift based on planetary phase throughout the game, which is very interesting. They're also targeting a release for the end of next year. It will be a October-November game of next year.
Fuck, next year is shaping up to be the undisputed biggest year in video games.
Honestly. Everyone knows when GTA is coming out now, so they're feeling confident they can put stuff up. Because there's a thing that came out the other day that was also like Marvel's Blade is apparently slated for November of 2027. And it will launch on PS5, Xbox, and PC.
Yeah, 2027. Yeah, that feels right. Because I think next year, like, look, I don't know if Microsoft better pull it off, but like, if they get Fable, Gears, Forza, and Halo out the door, I don't think they're going to feel the need to fill up on too much else. Like, Blade 2027, no worries.
Yeah,
like, there's no point dropping something like that in the middle of like Halo and Gears.
Yeah.
Because I think they'll drop all 4 of those in the second half of next year. Why would you bother with GTA sitting in May? Look, maybe one of them comes out in March. Maybe Sure.
I think Fable, Gears, and what was the other one? Forza. I think they come out second half of next year.
Yeah, I think Halo comes out the year after.
I think Halo gets a date for the end of the year and then gets delayed. I think we get a beta. I think we get a beta. I think we play the game. I think everybody complains, and I think they delay it.
Dude, I don't know why I care anymore, but I'm so just like scared. But why do I care?
Here's the thing. You don't need to be scared. Halo is so big that I think they've got at least 3 more fuck-ups. They've got a whole trilogy of fuck-ups before we never see Halo again.
I think before it gets to the point where we never see Halo again, I think I think it's got to get to the point where you like outsource it and just give someone else a go. Like, hey, one last crack. You know,
you can't outsource it now. There's a studio called Halo Studio. That's the problem. They built a studio to make Halo games again.
I think you World's Edge it though. Like World's Edge has like fucking a team of 15, and they don't like, you know what I mean. They just verify the game. They don't make it or play it.
I think they just need to talk to us. Like, I honestly,
I might need a few like C++ training sessions, but I think we can take care of it.
If they give me a year and put me in charge, I will fix Halo for them. I will fix it for them. And I know that sounds like me talking up a big game or anything like that. Like, oh yeah, what are you going to do? I'm like, I legitimately think if I got in there and I was directing this game and I had control, I could deliver a good fucking Halo game.
I think to be fair, I agree. I completely agree. I think the thing though is it's not like, I think the problem is that there's probably other people at 343 that can fix it as well.
Oh, 100%. They're not given the chance though.
They need, I think they just need to do a quick, I think they need to run the studio a bit more, a little. It sounds weird to say, but like less democratically. I think it just needs, like, this Pierre guy that's running the team now. I don't know if he's a good or bad person. I don't know fucking jack shit about him. But if he's just one person making the decisions and everyone just has to live with his decisions, good or bad, it may at least be a concise experience that gets released.
Well, that's what I think they need to do. And if I was to make a Halo game, I would go in and I would say to Phil, I would say to Sarabon, I would say to all of them, I'm making Halo. Fuck off. All right, you'll have a demo in 2 years. Fuck off. All right, when will we get updates? In 2 years, when I put the demo on your fucking desk. That's when you get your update. Until then, leave me the fuck alone.
And I think as long as you can rally the studio, I think you can fix Halo in 2 years. I truly believe that.
My first week, right? I'm in there. I get everyone together. I say, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to fix fucking Halo. I get everybody hyped up. I say, you've got a week off. Enjoy your time with your families because we're not fucking leaving here until it's done, boys. You get weekends off. Go. And then I'm just going to give them the week off. And when they get back, they're going to be roaring and ready to go. And the second somebody says, I don't think we should do that, they're out the door. Move along. Oh, should we add ADS? No. Piss off. You keep your sprint button, ADS is gone.
I feel like the week off needs to come with a string. Make it 2 weeks. But there's a string attached. You don't come back until you've finished the original trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's pretty good. I want everyone to go home and play Reach. Because that's what we're trying to emulate, boys. We're trying to give those feelings again. All right?
Yeah, that's fine. But if you play Halo 4, you're fine.
Legit, you stop after Reach, and then when everybody comes back and sits down at their desks, there's just a message from me, right? And if they've done their homework, right, it just opens up and it just says new Halo project. You open up the email, and all it says is survive. Good luck. Let's fix Halo, baby.
Halo 2026 is gonna suck. What's that?
I don't know. I hope it doesn't. But look, we just need to hope that
I'm setting my expectations low.
That's what we need to do. We just need to set them below the floorboards, and whatever we get will probably be okay.
Yeah. No, we're gonna set the expectations as low as your nana from last week.
Legitimately, man. Like, dude, getting another bad Halo is going to be worse than testicular torsion, dude. Like, my balls are already bent 6 ways to Sunday waiting for them to get this right. If they do it again, just cut them off. I can't keep getting twisted. It's not good. It's not good for my body.
Yeah, I'm at the point if they came out in March and like, hey, we've decided to cancel the next Halo, wasn't meeting expectations. Good. That's not the worst outcome here.
Yeah. Hey, we've shut the studio down, and you know.
Because my thing is, we're moving to Unreal Engine, right? Which Unreal has a lot of baggage, so you know, time will tell if that's a good decision or not. But like, you know, there's a lot of problems with the studio. There's a lot of problems with Halo, right? But one of them is the fucking engine, you know? And it's like, we got to move to another engine. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, we do this every time, you know? Like, but Unreal is a widely used engine. You can get the Coalition to come down and help. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, Maybe they pull it off. I don't know. Look. I think it'll be similar to Halo Infinite. I think the game will run well. I think it'll look well. I think it'll play well enough. Whether we're still playing it after 6 weeks, I think that'll be the true test. And if the story is memorable, and the story, I mean, they're probably gonna remake Halo 1, so that's fine. But like, the story better wrap up. Better fucking wrap up.
The rumor is it is a remake of Halo 1, and that there will be no multiplayer. There will be no multiplayer. It's just the story.
Huh. You know what? Maybe that's what we need. Maybe, because the problem is, like, Halo Infinite's campaign was good, but had, a lot missing. And the multiplayer was good, but had a lot missing. Maybe they just need to focus on one thing.
Let's be honest. That's what it's going to be in October. I think in October we get a look at whatever's next for Halo, right? I think we get a look at whatever's next. And I think next year, the Halo they're releasing is a remake of one with no multiplayer. And then we'll get a proper look at whatever's coming for Halo the year after.
Might be like a full thing, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep everyone posted. That's for sure. That's for damn sure.
Oh... Come on, Xbox. Mate, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, mate, anytime. We'll come back next week and do it all over again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening. We really do appreciate it. Honestly, we really do appreciate it. If you enjoy 1UP and everything we do here at 1UP, be sure to head over to oneupgames.com. That's where you'll find the latest in news, reviews, and previews. If you're on the YouTube right now, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon to keep up to date with everything we're doing here. If you're listening on a podcast service, hit the follow, the heart, whatever you need to do to make sure you keep up to date with this podcast, which drops every single week. Or, if we forget, sorry. But that is going to do it from us this week, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Until next time, may all your games be good ones, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.